I think there's an issue that people aren't talking about with gay marriage. There's a lot of things that they beat around the bush with.
Remember when Kurt Russell was that cool actor from the movies? Well, these days he's much more than that. In fact, he's become something Hollywood can't put a tab on anymore, and a major pain in the ass to the woke community. Kurt has evolved from making epic movies and posing for paparazzi to becoming the anti-hero of Hollywood and the woke mob. From extreme plastic surgery to gayism, fake body positivity, and multiple genders, Kurt sees it all as absurdity that only exists in Fantasyland. But what is Kurt's deal anyway? And why is he so determined on silencing the woke people?
I'm a libertarian, so my beef with advantages given to anybody because they happen to live together and have a ring and have had a ceremony. I don't think married couples should get an advantage of any kind. So my beef isn't with political move. It's not with gay marriage. It's with why does anybody get an advantage over anybody else because they happen to live with somebody and have a family? I don't follow that.
Kurt Russell, the classic actor, hasn't just won the hearts of movie lovers all over the world with his badass movie roles, but also with his good looks. But these days, Kurt Russell isn't just another Hollywood superstar making big money. He's more like a prophet on a mission to save Hollywood from the woke movement. Kurt has been reportedly shutting down any kind of woke ideology in his films, which would explain why he's been appearing in fewer films lately. For Kurt, most of all, the woke talks are ridiculous and can't work in the real world, and he sees woke people as folks living in a fantasy land.
You know, my personal feeling is that there's a big difference between fantasy land and reality. Fantasy land is what we do. You're either writing something, writing a song, writing a book, doing a movie, doing a television show. That's fantasy land. And that's where that stuff belongs.
Do you agree with Kurt? Much of the woke culture started from the movies, and much of it is still currently being spread through movies and other forms of entertainment. Kurt Russell doesn't seem to find any benefits to it, and he is very vocal about his disdain for the woke movement that is currently dominating Hollywood. Very few individuals have had the courage to challenge Hollywood or the woke community like Kurt did. As such, a challenge is always met with backlash from both political and social spheres.
I've been thinking a lot about some of the distressing issues that we are facing collectively, whether we're talking about gender inequality or racism or queer rights.
For Kurt, the issue needs to be addressed head-on, and he's willing to be the Hollywood messiah. Kurt believes that actors, actresses, and other celebrities in the entertainment industry shouldn't have to silence themselves to avoid getting canceled by the industry or assaulted by Twitter woke people. However, not many people have the courage to go against the rising woke tide in the political and entertainment space. You wouldn't want to bite the hand that feeds you, would you?
You can say what you want. I don't agree with that. It's not my thing.
But it's statistically...
Well, you can look. If you think gun control or something like that is going to change a terrorist point of view, I think you're like out of your mind. I think I think anybody is. I think it's absolutely insane.
Some Hollywood advocates have called out Russell on his anti-woke campaign and tried to silence him. It even looks like Disney doesn't seem to be happy with Russell. After decades of working for Disney, the rumors have been spread that Kurt's contract with Disney will soon end in the mud. Just so you know, Kurt Russell isn't the only one who has gotten whiplashed by the entertainment industry for voicing out his beliefs. Others, like Mel Gibson and Jon Voight, have also been caught in the crossfire after speaking out.
A place like this can humiliate you. And it can humiliate you, it can be humbling. I mean, it does rip your life to pieces. If you'll let it.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson's Hollywood career suffered massively after his epic interview. And so did Jon Voight after he began revealing Hollywood's hidden agendas. So far, it seems like the woke assault team is ever ready to open fire on anyone who dares challenge the popular narrative. It's becoming clear that the show business isn't truly free and open as it claims to be on the outside, but that there is a hidden commandment everyone must follow. You can either play by the rules or kiss your career goodbye.
So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and...
However, Kurt is one of those guys that doesn't care much about the likes and comments. His audacity so far has been impressive, proving he can neither be silenced by the woke people nor the men in black. One thing that gives Kurt Russell great advantage in his constant battle against the woke movement is his intellectual skill. Beyond his tough guy persona on screen, Russell is a knowledgeable and highly intelligent individual who knows a lot about history, politics, and philosophy. This is why he always has his answers ready and hardly loses an argument during interviews or talk shows, even when caught off guard.
You may think you've got me worried about what you're going to do. Dude, you're about to find out what I'm going to do. And that's going to worry you a lot more.
And just so you know, Kurt is also a strong advocate of gun control and the Second Amendment. His arguments against gun control are so strong that they make gun control supporters think twice.
I think there's a very strong reason Founding Fathers had for the Second Amendment, and that is that no government ever hasn't had to fight its own people, and its own people hasn't had to fight its own government. If that Second Amendment hadn't been there, those people would not have had the opportunity to do what they considered was defending their life, their way, their style.
Kurt has a genius way of making his points as boldly and precisely as possible without verbal insults or abuse. He's made it clear several times that the woke ideology doesn't pursue truth or justice, but actually tries to put everyone in one little box and utterly make people conform to a particular culture when America is supposed to be the land of freedom. Kurt has had many battles in his quest to undo woke tyranny in Hollywood. He's gotten into multiple battles on set with directors and other personalities in the film industry, all due to his anti-woke ideology. In one recent clash, Kurt got cornered by woke activists who lashed out at him, accusing him of being insensitive and unreasonable. Let's see what he had to say about that.
Sometimes you get what you feel is slightly ambushed by somebody who's really got an agenda, and that's sort of, I think, that's my opinion of what happened to me the other day. The last thing I like to watch is entertainers or actors get political. It's just something I can't stand watching.
This is just one out of the several times that Kurt has been lashed at due to his intolerance for the woke movement. Over the years, Kurt has battled several private and organized pressure campaigns from the elites in Hollywood, all in a bid to coerce him to be silent. Kurt's movie roles don't sway too far from his real-life personality. In blockbusters like Escape from New York, he's an eye-patch-wearing anti-hero, a lone wolf with a strict code who plays by his own rules and never backs down from a fight. Perhaps if Hollywood knew Kurt would one day evolve to take this role off-screen and become a troublemaker for them, they would have given him something less heroic. So, where does Kurt Russell stand in the world of Hollywood? Will his dedication to authenticity and independence continue to shape the future of cinema? Or will the industry's shifting dynamics move in a different direction? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear. Kurt Russell's legacy as a fearless and enduring actor is already cemented. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Hollywood needs more voices like Russell? Or is the industry evolving in the right way? What role do you believe iconic actors play in shaping film today? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more discussions on these important topics. Stay tuned.